Yeah, welcome back to another match. On the play, not a bad hand. I tend to be happy with hands that have Saga plus something good to do on the first couple turns, and Chalice, Map, and Bauble are good enough for me. Plus the artifact land to pump up the Saga tokens is nice. See what they've got going on. Cityscape. Happy to see the bots player start on basic island instead of a workshop or a soul land. Doesn't appear to have a 1-drop, so let's just go ahead and crack this map on their turn. Looking to go get Tolarian probably, and snowballing from there hopefully. That'll work. That's scary. We've not drawn much in the way of cheap artifacts or lands, so I guess we're sticking to the plan. I guess the one bit of respite we have here is that the cityscape level is not going to have a target. But even though cityscape's an 8 cost, I think we've got worse things coming. Okay, Night Scythe and Nettle Cyst aren't too bad. As long as Cityscape can't hit my Tolarian, I'm not feeling too bad. We just cycle the relic. Yep. The good news is that when Cityscape kills something, I get a Power Stone, and honestly, that Power Stone is pretty good when I've got a Tolarian, the bot deck as well. Okay, they aren't going to even play the Cityscape, which kind of makes sense because they can just play it when they want off of the Metalworker. They do need to be careful not to play too many things out that would prevent them from having enough to reveal for the Metalworker. Very aggressively using Fomori Vault. Okay, so we know Nettle Cyst and Cityscape in their hand. I think we can go above and beyond all of this. Let's see. I would like to land there. Let's go ahead and make another construct. I think I'll go get Candelabra. It's going to make more than a Soaring Wood when we've got this Solarian available. I think the plan here is going to be get Candelabra, play Chalice on 0. That'll mean I'll have 5 artifacts in play. And then I can play the Golos off of the when I untap the Tolarian. The Metalwork is not a bad option either, but I think it makes more sense to do this just because the Metalworker could get killed by the Cityscape. So now they've got pretty ordinary targets for their the Cityscape. I guess they'll probably just hit the Candelabra itself, to be honest. And then beyond that, the next most mana producing land is probably this going to be Cradle, given I can produce a lot of creatures next turn. I think the idea here is we just put a bunch of stuff into play, and we both just try and make as much mana and power as possible. So they're up to 4 cards, potentially making 12 mana off the worker, up to 15, maybe 16. They got plenty of mana. Let's see what they want to do with it. They've got at least Cityscape with the 2 artifacts we know about in hand, plus the 4 mana in play. Honestly, not that scared of it. These constructs are going to, next turn, probably rival, if not be bigger than the Cityscape, once I play a couple more artifacts. So they do have exactly 4, so it looks like it's just a Cityscape we've got to contend with, which I think is manageable. I think they have to hit this. It's producing like 8 mana already. Maybe I should have played the worker because it would mean they would have to choose between killing this, which actually is a pretty good target now that I look at it again, or the metal worker, which is also going to produce a similar amount of mana. But getting the Golos down to get the Guy's Cradle is pretty nice too. Okay. Once again, not playing the Cityscape. Oh, they're just going to go Nettle Cyst the Night Scythe plus. So hit me for 9? Maybe 10 with the Shadow Spear? Okay. That's a pretty good hit, but I can make multiple flying blockers next turn off of these 2. So I don't think it's going to be like one-shotting or anything. Okay. So this turn is going to be all about producing as much mana as humanly possible. I think it looks something like play Grim, play Night Scythe. So I have Grim, what's Night Scythe of the... yeah, let's play the Grim. These constructs are going to be really big pretty soon. Okay, we can't put any more artifacts into play before... well, I can't tap this mana and then tap Tolarian, so we're going to tap Tolarian now as the most we can get out of it. And we're always going to start untapping these 3. We'll keep double Colourless in case we hit a double Colourless spell. Okay, let's keep her going. Play the Thran. The Forge. Sure, play that. So now let's tap this. Okay, Cranial's pretty appealing too. If you want to play it. This is one of the things I was thinking about keeping 2 Colourless for. What we can do though is tap Tolarian, untap the Grim, and then make some Colourless that way. Then let's go make a Scion. I think these are lethal. Yeah, they should be lethal. Make 2 Scions and then flicker this little dude. Crack this. Quit to Colourless, I guess. I don't think I can make each of the constructs lethal, but let's just cast a couple more spells and then move on. Alright, that's enough. Lunch. Against bots, there's actually a lot of bad cards that your deck's pretty much tailored against decks that have colors, and this is not a matchup where you can play cards that are good against colors. Like Sundering Titan, for instance, Devourer. Thran Spider's bad because it actually helps your opponent before it helps you. Chalice is pretty ordinary. Lodestone's not very taxing. That said though, there are some cards that are better than usual, like Khan is an absolute all-star, being a built-in Stony Silence plus kill package. It's kind of covers a lot of angles. We're going to bring in anything that has a chance to do much of anything, so we'll bring in Sky Sovereign, Shadow Spear, might be, Contortion's fine. All these taxing effects really aren't that good. They're about as good for my opponent as it is against my opponent. Let's leave the Devourer in. At the very least, it can nab some blue cards. I think they've got blue cards like Urza, so maybe it'll kill that. And it also has a pre-game effect, which is useful. The last two are pretty much just going to be stinkers like these two that can at least just cycle. Yeah, let's just add these in. Having a good density of cheap artifacts is good when you're both just trying to kind of nut draw each other. Um, Given how good Metalworker is in the matchup to kind of go uncontested, I'm inclined to keep this so that it has a turn 2 worker. Very similar to what my opponent had earlier. And it's also got a Devourer to try and find something big to make the most of the Metalworker. So, not a brilliant hand, but when both decks are mulliganing so aggressively to have nut draws, there's a lot of games that'll just go to both of you kind of having nothing going on, both mulling to 5 and just having kind of anemic hands. So I don't mind keeping a kind of middling but clearly somewhat powerful hand. They do have a workshop, so good for them. I cannot find a workshop. I think all of these cards are worse than an average draw. So I'm just going to exile all 4. Card is better than an average draw. I guess Devourer can kill a germ token in a pinch. It's not bad. Let's see how good their workshop is, if it's going to be... Oh, okay. This could be pretty powerful. There's a spear. I hope they just equip it. Okay. Manageable. Pretty scary though, they're going to have a lot of mana next turn. Hopefully the Metalworker just goes unimpeded and I can Karn them next turn. I've only got 4 mana at the moment. A bit awkward Devourer. Devourer can be quite awkward not being an artifact a lot of the time. Expensive, not an artifact, and has 2 colourless pips, so definitely has its awkward spots, but I do like the card selection ability. It is pretty useful. So they got heaps of mana now. 8, I think. Take that hit. And no play? Okay. So I can make 6 off the worker now. So 6. I'd love to play Devourer plus Karn, but I'm too short of that. What can my Karn go get? Nothing I love. Well, let's start here. Just getting rid of the germ doesn't even seem that bad. Getting a big dude in play is also good to get the Karn going. I guess really we're just trying to set up a spot where we can Karn plus have enough blockers, and that should probably almost seal the deal on its own. Let's play the Mind Stone out. Is mana negative when you're playing or compared to just keeping it in hand when I've got a metalworker in play, but the risk of losing it to removal, losing this to removal means I just want to kind of secure the Mind Stone whilst I can. I actually don't mind kind of dumping my hand a little bit here. Let's play the bauble, see what they're drawing. Trio Tails, not a big deal. 1, 2, 3. We can protect the metalworker against sorcery speed removal, which is pretty cool. Then play Devourer. And then just plan to charge the amulet in a turn. So if we draw any artifact, I think we can Khan plus Microsynth next turn, which is pretty appealing. So they have 11 mana. It's quite a bit. Oh, no, sorry, 9 mana. Spend 6. Hercle. Huh. Sure. This seems good for me, I would say. Oh, they're doing it themselves, okay. Sure. What did this achieve? They've played this out. They play Shadow Speeder. Did this do anything? Oh, just made it do. Okay, cool. Okay. If that's the worst that Shadow Spear does, that's not. If Hercules does, then I'm not too upset. I'm glad I didn't Khan for Microsynth and then get everything Hercules, because then we'd pretty much be upheaval at that point. The Ballista. Let's get the Khan going. Let's have a look. I could just Khan the amulet and be pretty happy, and then just work on producing a bigger board next turn. I think I'm fine with that. Notably, I could have Microsynth there, but it turns everything into an artifact, so this would become like a 9/9, and then it threatens the Khan pretty well. So let's go play land. Use worker. Oh, it's only a 3/3 now. Okay, let's kill it, and then well, maybe I won't kill it even. Seems like probably a safe bet to kill it. Then I at least get to get in with the 6/6. And they're facing down a Khan. They have to put something pretty big into play to threaten the Khan, to stop it from microsynthing. Yeah, flashback is not a big deal. Cool. Yeah, let's put the nail in the coffin. Like 6 of this, and that's pretty much the game. Get the 6, why not? And then we get to make 12/12 Saga tokens, and they can't cast any spells, which is great. Yeah, I guess their hand was clearly very strong with like Workshop, Tolarian, but just didn't have a good payoff. Yeah. I will eat this glaring flashbreaker. Generous morsel for that deck. Thank you. I guess 12/12, but they're only 11/11s. And that's the match. Thanks for watching. See you next time.